folks. I mean, we did. We lost a Marine Corps F-18D. I think it was up in one state a couple. And that got down by the Iranians in the Gulf. So there's a lot of stuff that goes absolutely nothing to do with the person in the White House. So long answer to your question, why do they want to kind of get this report out to the public quickly? It's to tamp things like that down. But John, some of these people would complain it's not hot enough to help. You know, some people just keep
oh my gosh, people want the government's help, but they don't want them in their business. You gotta make people gotta make up their mind.
It's 8, so we woke up yesterday morning. John put on a flight, put a boots, wanted to do the best test flight that they could and get some flight time in, and they're no longer with us. Obviously, we're transparent for all those reasons, but political folks out there, man, give it a run. You should be worried about the family, friends, roommates, the co-workers, those who have trained. It's sad. It's sad, John.
And of course, their family and friends in morning as well here. Matthew Ray Buckley, thank you so much, as always, for being here. Anything you want to add, anything we missed that you want to make sure gets mentioned before I let you go?
Well, I'll leave when the ink's dry and things are happening, but let the young men and women on the tip of the spear from Operation Epic, because obviously things happen in aviation and the military, even when the enemy isn't shooting at you. So let's get everybody home safe, and God bless our troops.
Matthew Buckley, thank you so much for being here with us. As always, we definitely appreciate it.
We'll see you, John. Thanks.
And I do want to remind you here that the G7 France, we're getting these live images that are coming in. And as we get remarks from President Trump and other world leaders to you here, of course, just about maybe 15 minutes.
I just scanned you.
From President Trump as he was meeting with the head of the UAE. He also took questions about Iran and that situation playing out there. Again, we'll bring you any live remarks right here.
My goodness. Oops.
Right now,
we're cancel. Jeez, I can do this on my own.
Live coverage on the other side. Stay with us.
Well, maybe I can't. Account. I'm going to cancel you. I have no option to. There.
Welcome back here on Live Now from Fox, and we are approaching the top of the hour on this Tuesday, 8:54 on the East Coast and 5:54 on the West Coast. My name is Josh Breslow, and I do want to get you to some breaking news that we have been following here throughout the week. Now, this information really just coming in. The FBI Director Kash Patel saying that on June 10th, FBI and our law enforcement partners became aware of a potential threat to the UFC America 250 event in Washington, D.C., involving individuals outside of the National Capital Region. And thanks to the rapid action of the FBI, our partners, and the DOJ in a multi-state operation, several individuals are now in custody and allegedly planned attacks were stopped cold. While the result represented the best of investigative work, it was also nothing out of the ordinary for this law enforcement team. We are built to detect, respond to, and bring to justice those who threaten the lives of American citizens, particularly during large gatherings like the historic UFC 250 fight. That's exactly what we did here. I want to thank our great agents
Drone
and
event.
partners. This work remains ongoing and will continue.
Explosive drones. Holy crap at the
We
UFC.
continue to encourage any American to report anything suspicious at 1-800-CALL-FBI.
That's
You can
crazy.
see the actual post itself from Fox News that he quote tweeted there. That is over on the left-hand side of your screen. It says, FBI disrupts alleged explosive drone plot targeting White House UFC event. And again, that is coming from investigators as all of this is coming in. Now, the U.S. Secret Service also putting out a statement saying our most important responsibility is safeguarding the president and every person under Secret Service protection. The U.S. Secret Service worked closely with the FBI throughout the investigation. In the days leading up to this weekend, our special agents, mission support personnel, and technical security teams worked the clock to identify those responsible and hold them accountable. Equally important to our protective mission is ensuring accountability through the justice system. To that end, our formal comments regarding the specifics of this case will be made through filings. Now, law enforcement officials saying they disrupted the quote planned attack to target the UFC cage fighting show that was at the White House this past weekend. Several people there in custody according to the FBI. Bringing in front of the show here, we have Rich Polko. He is a retired FBI special agent joining us live to discuss all of this. Rich, as always here, we appreciate you just providing your insight and a little bit more. Thank you for being here.
Glad to be here, sir.
And I just want to ask you, has all of it coming out here, we gather kind of bits and pieces, and what stood out to you overall about?
Well, I'm looking around and talking to some folks that I've been talking to. Right now,
Okay,
and I guess
so
it's
that's
how real this one may have been.
my
But the
account.
reason I
What?
Is it aspirational or operational? And this
Why-
one hasn't fully been determined
Why
yet.
are you
In
not
fact, somebody
recognizing my
traveled
account?
from another part of the country to the Washington, D.C. area. That's called an overt act. So that starts to get into what's called operation. I think that we've done a little bit more because I know they were a joint partner in this, working very closely with the FBI. There are a lot of people involved in this with a very dramatic plan. Their capability or ability to actually carry it out to the full extent was very limited based on the security efforts of the Secret Service and law enforcement in the White House. But I can tell you that over the last few years, drones has become a real problem for law enforcement and security personnel. Very predictable and difficult to defend. So it's certainly a problem, but they had a three-step plan here. It was to attack the crowd with a drone with explosive device. Not that big, if you think about it, but would have resulted in some sort of running from doors and some sort of sniper team when people were running outside of the facility, and then they wanted to charge into the White House. So, this three-step plan that they supposedly carried out, discussed, and talked about, and maybe planned, and we'll have to find out to what they kind of are trying to do.
How important is it released to the public? Because again, a lot of actions there, arrests, things of that nature, more information from court filings. Why is it important for the public to be aware of that?
Well, first of all, we're find out, but I think the court should be unsealed today at 11 o'clock. So,
Oh my God! Take him.
Law enforcement was tipped off by one of the parents.
Mm.
One of the people involved. So that's hard. Just destroy the country. People knowing what happened or what could have happened, the law enforcement provide that critical. That's what's important that the public knows, in addition to whatever the plans or operations are. Because there's always somebody who has some information and that can help save lives and goes a long way. Very, very important.
And of course, we went over those statements, but if you are just joining us, I want to go over some of the basics of what we know and still exist here. So the FBI and law enforcement partners say an alleged plot this weekend's UFC Freedom 250. That was, of course, on President Trump's 80th birthday, and it was right there on the grounds of the White House. We have learned that 5 people are in custody at least, and investigators identified 23 people as part of a potential network of people involved in this. The alleged plan involved using explosive-laden drones to hit buildings that are near the event for a mass evacuation and steer 3-staged snippets. All of this coming in, investigators at Fox News Digital and the Associated Press. Now, we're also told that a quote was then alleged plan to storm the White House gates over. And the FBI first learned of that threat and worked with partners to secure probable cause for an arrest and 6 of those suspects into custody. What questions overall would you say that you still have?
Right away, I want to know if they actually had the equipment. Did they have the drones? Did they have the explosives? Did the rifles or handguns that they plan to carry out their snipers for attack on the White House? What were downloaded on the computer? And just, how real were their plans? They were talking on signal that appeared, preservation warrants will go out to say that they can. Signal is encrypted, so to see if they get that information. But did they have charts or the calls when they were people meeting? As far as
Me, I don't want you to remember it.
It's enormous. Sure that there are a good amount of agents, analysts, and support agencies digging into that when I'm speaking right now.
And you talked about a family member being, how important is the plan here when you look at this as a whole and you work to stop, to thwart a plan that could lead to multiple casualties at a huge event like this over at the White House?
It's really the only way law enforcement works these days is partnerships and assistance. When you think about it, the FBI is 13,000 entries total. And that counts management and people that work in the lab, gun range, and all that. So the people on the street, it's a lot less. So what really helps and counts is the support provided by the public, by sources, by people that have information, thoughts that some of this may have happened or could happen.
We should buy another
school shootings in the past.
conspiracy. I mean,
I've seen an active shooter situation.
belly band.
Do the interviews, talk to the person, talk to the family. I think they were going to do something. I knew something was up. Why didn't you pick up the phone and call off? Or they didn't. Okay, and that's part of it. But if you have that information, have that thought, even if you're not sure, law enforcement's not going to mind calling you. Perhaps something different happened.
How does it work with law enforcement kind of combing through, and not necessarily, we're speaking generally, when you're talking about potential attack of some kind, how important is social media?
Really?
How does law enforcement go about kind of combing that through and maybe pulling out, this is a threat, we need to find out more and investigate?
Well, that runs the gamut. The keyboard warriors are out there. People are sitting in their in their homes or basements, type it on the keyboard thinking it's anonymous or innocuous and nobody's going to care. Certainly law enforcement does care. One more step is, do they have the ability, capability to carry out some of the threat they might make, or preventing some political dissatisfaction that they have. But when it comes to folks like that, even just a keyboard warrior statement is going to knock on the door from Secret Service or FBI and other law enforcement. Social media these days, there's not a cancer I think of it. There's not somebody on social media. I don't care if it's a fight in the back of the high school. Somebody's post video of that. Some digital footprint to every these days.
Another point here, because how have these investigations been able to change when you look at the fact that you do have those cell phones? I mean, if you look at it, 30 years ago, those cell phones weren't there. People were not able to get that video. How has anything when it comes to an investigative perspective and operation?
Well, when you find that video or you photographs Nirvana for years, it's very helpful. It is always the only thing that'll seal a case, but it's certainly very helpful. I mean, it's easy. I worked the Olympic bombing back in 1996 in Atlanta, Georgia. And that's predates the digital photograph. So that was actually when you took your film to the store and got it developed and you got the pictures. And we asked people to send in their pictures. By the time that case was done, we had more than 1 million. That's not talking about videos. We had 1 million pictures. That's a lot of pictures to go through, and you know who took it, what date, where. So
how did it go?
Good. They took some blood. My first blood pressure.
I'm just so you know, I'm live because I'm yelling at the TV. But just tell me. Keep in mind that I'm streaming. So he told you what? He is.
When it started out high, they did it 3 times, and then it was normal.
Okay, well that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. So they did some blood work, and then I re-upped my prescription.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna try to refill that.
You go into a convenience store in Minnesota, and you're going to end up on a video. You can't hide out, and it's always looking for that information to help them put that together. And they're going to track these people. If there's some association from Cincinnati, one of the people here at least, and then if somebody moved to Fredericksburg, Virginia, preparation, the FBI will track every single thing, every camera off, every highway, every gas station they stopped at, every food location they could have stopped in, got near that fast food location, everything. They'll go together and build that timeline of every person, everybody they talk to, the cell phones, you know. It's just, it's. But,
I sent a couple of things to your email to print.
AI jumps into these investigations and makes it a little easier for investigators to get through some of this information.
I also wanted to ask you a final question here. When we talk about misinformation and disinformation that comes in, you can get thousands upon thousands of tips that come into the FBI and other agencies, maybe specific about one potential crime. But how does that misinformation and disinformation that shows up on social media impact and what the public thinks?
Come on.
Well, we've got a team in West Virginia, actually is where they are. When you see that phone number, call 1-800 call FBI. Those phone calls, email tips, and social media tips go into and there are people that work intake. They write down that information, they gather that information, and then there's a team of seasoned investigators behind them that can look those over, and just based on their experience, they can triage those tips. They can determine which ones are most important or need to rise to the top of the heap there and get addressed immediately. All the tips are looked at, nothing just gets thrown away anymore. But there are people that can help resolve which ones need to be looked at immediately.
All right, Rich Colville, thank you so much for taking the time to be here. Anything we missed? Anything that you want to make sure to add about any of this before I let you go?
Well, again, it looks like there are up to 24 people, at least, maybe growth, that number will grow, that were involved in this. And 24 people were doing what they were doing. Some of that information leaking out, besides the one phone call that Mark left. So information on this. So like that 1-800 call BI, use it if you know. Make it easier on law enforcement and give them a call and help them out. This is unacceptable. And again, don't care what side of the world. Attack on the White House and this wasn't just the crowd was full of military personnel. The attack would have been against them. Against civilians. It's just do what you can to help. Everybody has a role and responsibility to keep in our country safe.
All right, Rich, thank you again for taking the time. We appreciate it as always.
Anytime.
And of course, if there is a news cover on this, we'll make sure to bring you. We also heard President Trump, who you see right there live on the right-hand screen after taking a family photo of sorts with the different world leaders at the G7 summit in France. He was at all of this and said the only thing he was paying attention to was the fighting there. So it appears he may or may not have known about this in advance, but the FBI and Secret Service obviously, of course, did. And now at least 5 arrests have been made, and we could potentially see more arrests as investigators. There are 20-plus people who are part of this as of right now. Now, what you're looking at is my view from the G7 summit once again. As I told you, to bring you these live images as folks with the EU as well as themselves, including Trump, are there. Now they have microphones that are seated, not quite sure just yet if we're going to get just some live images of them down. We could potentially
Is Elon Musk a part of G7 or no? Elon Musk? G7? It's just a president.
The situation between the U.S. and Iran, as we've mentioned, essentially President Trump has said he's going to read off the bullet points there of the deal itself. He said he'd go on TV and people that kind of explains memorandum of understanding says. Now we also know that the document, according to the U.S. officials, was signed back, I believe it was on Sunday. However, there is going to be ceremony as of now that is slated to take place on Friday. We heard from Iranian officials said they were actually waiting on really seeing what happens between Israel
G7, massive.
Whether Israel carries out any other attacks.
Communicate. A get together for all the presidents of the world or what?
That's something that they are lying about.
The what?
It looks like we actually be getting some remarks from President Trump and other world leaders.
Okay, Ross, I normally get at
Oh, that.
yes.
Slim thermostat.
Yeah, so, but that's that. So I'm looking at that's expensive. Two custom wrist braces. Oh, okay. So I printed out. However, I put it in your email. Oh, I know why my case is still unresolved. At least I think.
We're just able to maybe get some of those live images coming in. Some video before all of this got underway behind closed doors.
The articles, the stuff I sent you, I need to print out, but please read.
Other leaders, like the prime ministers of UK and Canada, Mark Carney and Keir Starmer. Again, any kind of live images that we get coming in out of that area, we are going to bring them to you here in real time and on Live Now from Fox. We're going to do a quick 2-minute commercial break, but we will have a lot more live coverage on the other side. Stay with us.
HR. What's that? Oh. Never mind. Oh my gosh, I think rearranging the boxes kind of did a number on me. So I heard it rattling on the door like this throughout the house. I was like, hello? Nobody here. I was like, all right, since the doors don't lock. And I was like, screw it, whatever. So I strapped up. I was like, I'm just cut at Wheelock. This random black guy just walks into my unit. Like, where's homie? Who the fuck are you? Like, no, that scared me. I'm glad I didn't.
No,
it's just scary.
So the dude just randomly walks in. Wow.
Yeah, and he doesn't even live there. Or didn't.
Aggressive rest. I like that.
Oh, I know. I read that. I was like, aggressive rest. I was like, what? I was like, no.
How do you do that?
How? Oh, yeah. I don't know how to be lazy. I was like, aggressive rest. I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, the doctor's even trying to get my an order for my PCA to sit on me so I can calm down. Whatever. Get better.
You can expect to see those matches today. Take a look on your screen right there. I'm going to take this down to give you a better look. But you do have one match over at 3 p.m. Eastern Time at New York, New Jersey Stadium. 6 p.m. over at Boston Stadium. That's in Foxborough. And then 9 p.m. over at Kansas Stadium, also
can't see it.
As
let me get it.
We actually have heard.
That's why I'm going to cancel that.
Wait, no. Just
it's not fucking working.
That's
some information about what to expect at today's match there at New York, New Jersey Stadium.
It's probably just a screenshot. I really did the wrong one. That's right.
Well, we're going to print whatever pages are here. Even though you can't fucking see them because the software is so
chill
stupid.
out.
I get frustrated.
I understand.
I know software engineers. I used to work with software engineers. Let me get about software engineers.
Whoa, okay.
They're some of the stupidest people on the planet.
Tell me how you really feel.
They're the kids that stayed in their mom's basement while everybody was out playing baseball.
You gotta go to that's emails.
Are NBA champions. These finals have brought so many New Yorkers together. On street corners and stoops, in bars and backyards.
Did it
The
fall?
celebrations are not over just yet.
Oh,
On
yeah.
Thursday 9 a.m., we are hosting a ticker tape parade along Broadway. Beginning at
That's all we got. I was hoping to get more.
Well,
So plan to arrive.
yeah, kind of cut off some stuff.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
do
see
this.
the whole damn thing? It didn't even do nothing, huh?
Parade down the Canyon of Heroes. You will not want to miss it. But there's
Yep.
something else to look forward to before that.
Wait,
This
that's only
afternoon,
doing page
New
2
Jersey
now.
will host
Yeah,
the
we'll
second
do
match
page
of the
3.
World Cup
Oh.
when France and Senegal kick off at 3 p.m. The weather should be more pleasant and the humidity in the
Okay, so
temperatures will be in the 70s, with a high around 80 degrees and a low around 65. At this moment, we are expecting dry and clear conditions. If you are traveling to the game, please take public transit and buy a ticket in advance at the FIFA New York, New Jersey official site. If you are still figuring out your travel
cashed
plans, consider New Jersey
I'm
Transit.
going to.
The best part of riding the train is that it never gets caught in traffic.
I couldn't get my morning wake and bake and
4 or 5 hours before
one good game and
Worst case
one
scenario,
day.
early and want Williams to be or Sadio Mane take the
I had
This is
good
the first
games
World
last
Cup
night.
match in New York, New Jersey Stadium during a weekday, and it will coincide. We are expecting especially heavy traffic and travel delays in Midtown. Bus and shuttle corridors and lanes will begin at 9 a.m. and remain in effect until 5th and
Grab
6th
your printout.
Avenues from 42nd Street to 59th Street will be dedicated to buses and shuttles, as will 42nd Street from 1st to 12th Avenue, West 40th Street between 8th and
We
11th
can
Avenue.
lose
Oh, that's
and
it. That's the
West
only one
41st Street
I sent
between
you.
8th and
Yeah.
10th Avenue.
Really?
I want to
It's the only one that
strongly
came
encourage
through
New
so
Yorkers
far.
not to drive into Midtown.
Oh, maybe it's on Facebook. Okay, hold on. Let me go to
Setting the
Facebook.
match, there are restrictions as to what you can bring inside the stadium. You will be limited to 1 disposable plastic water
She's
bottle.
pretty.
All bags must meet size
Yeah,
restrictions
not real,
and
I'm
be
sure.
transparent.
Oh, I'm
So
sure she
backpacks,
is.
Large
Think
purses,
so?
or
Oh, yeah,
strollers.
she's-
For
AI.
those planning to watch
Well,
the game in the 5
I see a
boroughs,
lot of
don't
AI.
forget to take advantage of the
Okay,
$20 meal deal
The article. So,
offered by more than
so
900
this one came out.
restaurants across our city. If Michael Elise
So
is
all of the,
craving fine French dining, check out Chez
home
Us
care
and Betsy.
Yeah.
are
Or
all
if anyone in Dallas
linked
makes
to
you
Somali.
make you hungry for some
Apparently,
cuisine,
descent.
visit on 125th Street. The full list of those
This one.
deals can be found at
I
nyctourism.com.
want
Just
to.
scroll down
Oh
the
no.
5 borough winner special.
Yeah, share it to me.
As we look ahead
What?
to what promises
I'm
to be
sharing
an
it to
incredible
you.
match,
Yeah.
I cannot
Oh.
help but think back to 24 years ago.
Okay,
when
so that's
Senegal and
one.
France met at the last time
And
they met
here's
in
the
World
other one.
Cup, in what was Senegal's first ever appearance at the tournament. Few expected that Senegal had a chance. This was a French side
Wow.
with giants of the game, like Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, and Emmanuel Petit. I wonder what club they played for. But Senegal had something special too. Players like Papa Bouba Diop, who towered at the base of midfield.
Okay.
Strikers like Alhaji Diouf,
Oh, we're,
with his bright blonde mohawk.
no.
Forwards like
Okay.
Henri Camara, who
so
played with enough flair to make even the
wait,
most
what
jaded
did
fans smile.
you just?
Salif Diao, Kalidou Fadiga,
What'd you send me to print?
even their
What-
legendary coach Bruno Metsu.
What did I just
List
show
goes
you?
on and on.
I swear. Oh, it's the news articles. I think.
In the opening game of the tournament, Bouba Diop squeezed the ball past Fabien Barthez's outstretched
That's
hands.
what you did. You sent
Ask
me
any
the
Senegalese
news
fan
article
what that goal
stuff.
meant to them. What it meant to see the whole team.
I know. I read it. I was like,
Diop's kit on the ground. What it meant to see Senegal defeat the country that had colonized them for so long.
approach
The answer will not be
of gentle, customized movements, aggressive press.
Aggressive.
I was like, what?
How does
I was like, oh hell no.
To Henrik Larsson, Sweden. But this team did not know how to give up. 2 Henri Camara goals, including one in the 104th minute, extended the fairy tale run to the quarterfinals. Although Senegal lost in a heartbreaking extra time defeat to Turkey,
All right.
it is hard to overlook.
Let me see if
just
I can
how
get a wake and
important
bake
the
with
Senegalese
you,
remain.
because I can't get a wake and bake.
They
I
came
haven't-
back here
I think
proud of
you,
themselves.
because you're here all the time now,
Even the most daunting
every single
They
day.
did not wait until told that they belonged. They insisted upon
Well,
it. At 10
no.
years old,
Last week when you were gone, I didn't
wearing one
smoke.
of the fake kids that my
Every time
father
you're
bought
here,
me
I smoke,
each
and
time
then
we traveled to Dakar.
I never get
That tournament was the first time.
one drag used to last me all day.
On-time attendance didn't stand a chance against.
I need 4 or 5 big boys now because of your ass. Man.
I'll take the blame.
Yeah, you better.
Their legacy lives on. So many
You are a stoner girl.
and millions more across the world.
I know where I could find another one.
What?
Yes,
Like
with
you.
Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, and Mbappé, France are once again the heavy favorites today. But never, ever count out the Lions of Tehran. Senegal, enjoy the match.
All right, that was New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani speaking about the match that's going to take place there at New York, New Jersey Stadium, also known as MetLife Stadium. That's in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A lot of people traveling there from New York City. Again, it's right there on the line, and that's why
I got the fuck you hit.
that match is set for
Good.
3 p.m. Eastern Time, France versus Senegal. You'll also have 6 p.m. over in Boston at Gillette Stadium, or Boston Stadium, in Foxborough, Iraq versus Norway. Then 9 p.m. over in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium, Argentina and Algeria. We'll keep you updated on how things play out right here on Live Now from Fox. Also taking a live look at some of the stadiums right there on your screen. The top left, that is Atlanta Stadium. Bottom left, Los Angeles Stadium. Bottom right, Seattle. We're going to do a quick 2-minute commercial break, but live now, on Live Now in just a few. Stay with us.
Oh, can I have another hit, please?
Yeah, hit it. For sure.
Okay. Now that I got rid of my tall chair, my short chair is too short. My tall chair is too tall. My short chair is too short.
The tall chair you can make shorter.
A fault has been detected.
What?
Press the red X to cancel. Your help.
Let me tell you, my uncles are some OGs.
Oh yeah.
I remember like literally a teeny butt growing up, and I'd see my uncles hold their breath for like 5 minutes, which I'm exaggerating. They were purple, red, and all sorts of colors in between. And then they exhaled. I can barely hold that. I'm like, what, 5 seconds?
Oh, look at that. He's in a powder blue suit.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're keeping an eye on all of those different live events.
So is that hot coffee or cold coffee?
Hot.
So you can put hot drinks in there.
Yeah.
If you were watching a bit earlier on today, we heard from President Trump.
I think it's cash.
Answered a lot of questions about Iran.
It sure looks that way.
But if you missed it,
All right, let me try to play. But
It's crashed.
Other than that, I'd like to ask you something.
okay. So I need to.
Any of your questions, please.
Let me do it this way.
It is my pleasure, I'm so pleasant to be with you here. And I want to say that we are so grateful to have you here and as a president of the United States. And thank you for your support, your commitment to your friend, to your allies, and special thank you for your support 6 weeks to us and ally. What you're contributing so no, I can't do it.
UAE is becoming a very important ally.
So
UAE.
to see you
Yeah.
today.
United Emirates.
Give us that
United Arab Emirates.
Emirates?
Emirates, yeah.
Emirates.
Our two countries, how we can make
Boy, they got everybody there. Look at that.
like my friend.
They got Ruby and them on a.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
You can speak. Anybody or would you say yourself? negotiations.
Oh my gosh, I cannot.
60-day period of time. So we've been both about. I think they're going to want to
Can't do this.
get back to. And
I cannot keep running off my laptop. I gotta.
Could go faster. Could take
I gotta
longer,
come
but
up
it could go faster.
with.
How much interest in the tax and the doc?
Get some text.
Mm-mm.
I think you want the computer first.
Yeah.
Because it's like needed.
I'm loading everything, and this having an additional monitor so I can see. It's
You have to hear how cool my computer is. We'll get
you just shut the heck up over there.
We'll get one just
You-
like
you
it.
know-
We'll get the same thing. It's got
Okay,
dual
so I
monitors.
can't pull these up. Will you come and figure out how to pull these and send them to you? Because my
What links aren't working?
no, it's look. I'm
a nuclear weapon. I mean, I see these people. We already had one.
See?
We paid a fortune.
It's
we
like-
paid nothing. We're allowed to go and invest if we wanted to.
Email?
Someday.
let me.
We have no obligation.
Facebook?
Yeah. Let me do this. See.
Have to be successful. But
See. I mean, it'll not take this long.
No, there's no question that there's.
taken them 20 years to rebuild it.
There's some
So, but I'll go
heavy
over that
demands.
with
You know, you're maxing out that system,
in a couple of days.
its ability.
He's done very well with them. No, it's I think the big impediment. Every one of them. Do you notice that even period of conflict, nobody dropped out. Nobody said, "Oh, gee, I'm going to drop out." I think they're all going to come in.
See that? This is ridiculous.
Iran. And I understand that, it's a little bit tough when people
Loading
are
more
afraid
messages.
of Iran.
That's really slow.
I think they'll all start coming in. Good.
How much load? I mean, do you have anything else up? Any other?
Just how to take, but I already
Oh,
printed
that's
that
just-
out.
That's, yeah, that's nothing.
He'll be in big trouble.